What is up, guys? Zach again here, and welcome to the ultimate XLeads automation guide for 2026. And so, what I want to do today is dedicate the entire live stream to automations, which might be the most in demand topic I've seen from people, and also something it's like I don't even really care about automation. So, we're going to be talking about today exactly what are these automations inside of XLeads and why they're really important, and really how you can customize your own automations inside of XLeads to have a ton of success. And so I don't think we have a ton of videos on automations. So we're really going to go deep dive into automations for XLeads because we really, I think, can make a lot more videos on automations and how they work. Last couple ones did not last on YouTube. So definitely pretty interesting. And there's some brand new kind of breakthroughs with AI with automations, which I think is really, really important. I think we're really going to enjoy here. So I'll be breaking this all down today. If you have any automations questions, let me know. But really, and what I truthfully believe is the AI portion of this is going to be probably the coolest part and the most important part for most people watching this. And so if you're excited, ready to go, let's break this down. Make sure you hit that like button here so everyone knows exactly how to start using XLeads the best way possible. So let's break this down and get into our XLeads automation guide. So let's look at here and open up XLeads and break this all down. So, okay, now we're inside of XLeads. And specifically what I'm talking about inside of XLeads here is going to be this little tab here called automations. Now, we need to kind of break down a couple things first. First and foremost, what is an automation? Number two, how it works and how you could start making your own automations for wholesaling real estate inside of XLeads or whatever, basically, really whatever industry you want to use inside of XLeads. All right. But actually talking to a lot of XLeads people, it's kind of crazy. We're getting a lot of roofers actually join the platform, which is actually kind of funny. So I guess I could talk about the roofing industry a little more, I guess. But kind of interesting. We're getting roofers on here. But okay, let's go to the definition of an automation. So, what is an automation? Well, basically, what an automation is, it is basically I guess the real definition of an automation is going to be a workflow that will simplify a repetitive task in a sequence of predefined actions triggered by a specific event, which is very boring and annoying to say, but pretty much what this means is you can pretty much make if and statements and then have code basically do something with it. So I know that sounds all fancy schmancy, but pretty much what this means is inside of XLeads, you can, for example, if you want to multiply the ARV of a property by 0.7, and if you import an ARV, it will automatically create it for you. If you if you want to go out here and make an automation of, I mean, let's use this for an example of an automatic follow-up text, where basically if you deem that this person is a follow-up monthly, you will predefine a text to this person every single month for the next 12 months or 14 months, whatever you want. And you can automatically send text to that person every single month, and you choose the scripts and everything, right? There's so much you can do here. It's so cool. And so we're going to break this all down. And the coolest part is you don't need to have any experience to start creating automations inside of XLeads. I think that's the coolest part. You don't need any experience to do this, and I'm pumped up for it. And so let's break this all down. So the first thing I want everyone to understand is automations cost no money at all. Everyone has automations included on their XLeads account completely for free. $0.99, $0 to start going out here and using automations. I think that's really cool. You don't have to spend any money to start doing automations. But I do want to let everyone know it does cost money to do some things with the automation. So for example, if you have an automation to every single, okay, one of my favorite automations is our triple tap system automation, right? So if you tag up a list triple tap, what's going to happen there? If you tag a property triple tap, it is going to send a call. It's going to be queued to call. Then it's going to be sent a text and probably an email or whatever message that you choose, or an RVM if you want, right? Now, a ringless voicemail. It's going to cost money to drop a ringless voicemail into someone's account or on someone's number. To do the automation's free. You got to pay Zapier and all this stuff if you don't have XLeads. And so that's what makes it really cool. So what I want to do is show you this automation tab. I want to go through the current automations we have inside of XLeads. I want to show you some that you should probably custom create yourself. And then I'm going to show you how to use AI to create your own automations inside of XLeads, which is really, really cool. The way I like to think about automations is I like to think about it as Legos. Legos can just be like, you're just playing with the Legos. Like, I play with Legos because I guess I'm not good with Legos, but like I can make little bricks and stuff. Like, I can't go out here and make the Mona Lisa out of a, out of Legos, but some people can. And so you can build, like, Legos can literally be anything you want. You can build it into anything you want. That's really cool. What if you just told the AI to build the Legos for you? That's pretty cool. So let's go out here and just understand the fundamentals of how automations work, because with AI, you can literally build an automation to do anything. You just got to understand how to control it with the AI. So let's just break this down and talk about it. So right here is the automation section. And how automations pretty much work is an automation is defined by a workflow. So a workflow is a clear instructions for the XLeads software to do whatever you command it to do. So we have a lot of automations inside of XLeads. I actually want to go over them all first so we understand the base, how they work, and how a workflow works. And then we'll get into building our own if we want. I'm going to go extremely, extremely slow, and that's on purpose. And if you have questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to answer this. We are obviously live, and it is currently 10:25 a.m. So we're good to go. So let's break this down. So the first automations are going to be in folders here. And sometimes I have them outside of folders. And so because I make a lot of videos about XLeads, and sometimes I create my own and test things out. But let's talk about the first one. So these are all in folders usually. So we have an acquisitions folder. We have a cold calling folder, a dispo folder, an email folder, a JV folder, an on-market folder, a PPL folder, and an SMS folder. So there's automation set of each one. So let's break down the acquisitions automations. So right here we have, looks like 4 published ones. So there's an AI qualified sellers to deal board, an automatic miss call text back, and then an e-sign to seller and a follow-up weekly. The easiest one to follow as the first one to talk about is let's do a follow-up weekly pipeline workflow. So let's go back here, show you how we did it. I clicked on automation right here. Can I make this bigger for everyone? There we go. I clicked on automation. And by the way, this little green tab, you can push it back to make this bigger if you want to, which I pressed automation and I pressed acquisitions. Then I pressed follow-up weekly pipeline. Inside here, we are in our follow-up weekly pipeline. So basically, how does this work? This is already pre-done. There's nothing that you watching this need to do. It's when you sign up for XLeads, it's already in your account. And if it's not, our live chat support right here can go put it in your account right here. Live chat support right here. Get in front of our team. We can talk to you right there, live person. Pretty much how this works is, I'm just going to show it. So if you go to our deal board, which I'll throw right here. If you go to our deal board, press deal board. If you go to our deal board, our wholesaling deal board, we have multiple deal boards, but if you go to our wholesaling deal board, if you drag a property under follow-up, this lead, right? This is, a seller. If you drag them to follow-up, what's automatically going to happen is every single week, we're going to follow up with this specific person. That's it. The workflow, basically you can call it code, but it's not really code. It's just instructions. I have pre-built all this stuff for you guys inside of XLeads. And I think it's almost perfected. But pretty much, again, how it works If you drag this opportunity, remember, this is our deal board. So when someone wants to sell, you put them in the deal board, and when they go from left to right, right? They go from wants to sell, follow up, appointment set up, send contract to seller, under contract, send assignment to cash buyer, set to close, right? But right here, they just want to sell. Doing this will literally do nothing. No big deal, no big changes. What's different here is if you drag them on here, specific things happen. So if they want to sell and you have an appointment set, really nothing's going to happen. It just under appointment set, you can press here, add an appointment on your calendar, goes on your phone, pretty cool. Now, if let's say we're calling them, we want to go out here and close them, and they say, no, I don't want to go with your offer. Okay, I'm just going to follow up with you every single week. Click here, follow up. What's going to happen? Let's go into the automation and see what it says. Now, this is really cool, guys. This is Legos. So you might not like how I custom built it. And guys, you can do it yourself. You might not like how I custom built this where it follow-ups every week. Maybe you're like, hey, I want to follow up every 2 weeks on this tab. Well, you can go out here and change it. And it's cool is if you mess up, there's always a back button just in case. So let's go back out here, automation. And let's go to acquisitions. And let's go to follow-up weekly pipeline. Perfect. So what it does is it's already stated in here. It's a workflow trigger. It can get a little confusing how it's set up, especially as a beginner. So I'm just showing you what it looks like. It's already pre-done. And because it's a little confusing, the AI can really do a lot of the major upkeep for you. But basically what happens here is when in the wholesaling pipeline, on the stage follow-up, it makes sure that this lead is in no other workflow except for this one. It's going to add a tag. Now, we don't specifically get into tagging too much. Maybe I'll make a whole tag video another day. But I mean, honestly, I should talk about tags today because tags are automations to a point. So a tag is basically going to be like a little note you put on a property. But the interesting part about a note on a property is when you add a tag, it can also trigger an automation if you wanted to. So you can also make an automation that if you tag a property follow-up, it gets thrown into a workflow of an automatic follow-up on a sequence, right? And pretty much a tag does nothing usually. If I tag something April 2026 marketing, it doesn't do anything. But if I create an automation that says if a property is tagged April 2026 marketing, then automatically we send them through this marketing sequence. You could do that too. There's nothing that's going to change it, right? This is a good one. Tags are identifiers. Yes, to a point. And that's actually probably the best sentence for it. You guys are thinking better than me today, I guess. I don't know. But basically, yes, tag is an identifier. And basically, the software is going to go out here, right, and say, okay, let's find all the identifiers for this specific tag, and then we're going to do something with it. That's specifically how it is. Oh, it's up, Jose. So pretty much what this is as the tag follow-up, and then it waits 7 days, sends a text. Hey, how's it going, John? Just checking in on your property. Are you ready to move forward in selling? Makes sense to me. Then it adds a task for us to call and follow up with that lead in 5 more days. Then we wait 7 days. We send a text. Wait again, send a text. And basically it's 7 days and then a manual call. So pretty much this is a follow-up every single week. Maybe you don't like it. Maybe you want to change the wait time to call it 14 days. And you can do 10 weeks. Sorry, you can do it for 10 weeks straight. But like you can change the wait times from 7 days to 14 days. You can change it 20 days. You can make it 30 days. Whatever you want. You can change it however you want. That is literally the whole point here with the automations. So you go out here and you can change it however you want. Pretty cool. Now, you can also have an e-sign to seller, which basically shows here on the deal board that if I drag this lead into send contract to seller, it's automatically going to set up an e-signature for me to do with the person. So if I go into contracts, because I'm going to show this here. Hold on, let me get this set up here. Okay, so if I go here, oh, wait, whoa. There we go. Okay. So if I go here and drag a property into send contract to seller, automatically there's an automation there to send the contract to the seller, right? And so it's already in there on automations. I'll just show you. So under acquisitions, e-sign to seller. Literally, if it's in send contract to seller, it's going to send a contract. Now it's going to send it as a draft. It's not going to actually go out here and manually do it and send it for you because it wants you to review the information. But we're going to go back out here and we're going to go to contracts, documents and contracts right here. And a purchase and sale agreement is set up right here. And all you're going to do is you can go inside of here. You have it set up where basically it'll throw in the person's name. I prefer now, and the way we're doing is we're not really going into the automations with automatically putting the seller's info because it's harder to change. So we're just going to, have you throw in the information here just so you don't get it wrong. Copy and paste, throw it in there, add their signatures, and get the e-sign done right there. Then you can send it over and get the automation done from there. Let's go here to automations. Awesome. And then from there, you got the cold calling one. So we have our cold calling automations, which is really cool. So pretty much what this will do is if you have a lead and you want to go out here and use our AI follow-ups, we have one for the AI follow-up. I'm probably not going to recommend most beginners get into AI. I think we should do an AI. I mean, maybe I can do that next week. I'm going to make a poll. I'll make a poll. I don't want to mess up this video, but I do want to make a poll really quick. I'm going to have the poll for the entire stream. But I'm going to say, what should next week's topic be? Let's do AI agents, follow-up, and inbound, and SMS. Just so we have this. Let's see. And guys, I'm going to get this set up here too. Let me know in the comments, what should next week's topic be? We can do the whole AI one. We can do a entire one on, I guess we can do we can do an SMS one. We can do more of I guess we could do a deal board. I guess you could do you can do an MLS on market, like wholesaling, whole thing with XLeads. Or we can get into kind of like a AI SkyDrive. Sellability. All right, let's break this down here. All right, I made a little poll. So we put a little, just FYI, I put a poll in the right-hand corner right here. What should next topic be? So if you want, just while we're doing this live, type of 1, 2, 3, or 4. So type of 1 for AI agents, follow up, 2 for SMS, 3 for MLS on market, or 4 SkyDrive. So put a left, put a 1, 2, 3, 4 on there if you want to see what the next topic should be. Put it right there on the bottom right hand corner. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's keep going on here and right on there. We'll break down what next week's topic should be. But okay. Got our AI stuff. I'm getting too much into this. But okay, let's break down the double tap one. This is a cool little automation. So the double tap system here, and pretty much what the double tap is going to be, okay, this is very distracting. I'm going to keep this to the end. Okay, there we go. But pretty much what a double tap system is it gives you a higher chance of someone picking up the phone. So pretty much what it does, it sends an information text, and then it sends a call, which is going to make the user, if you're an Android or an iOS, say maybe this person. So what does this mean? Basically what this means is, you get a phone, you get like a random call. Well, what it basically does, it says maybe Zach Ginn on the call, and you're like, maybe Zach Ginn, huh? Hello? And let me just show you what the automation does. So if you tag a property double tap, it's going to set it for you to be done here. So this is how it's working here. And by the way, the poll's still going. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let me know which one you want to do. Throw it in the comments, 1, 2, 3, or 4. which one we should be doing next week. Okay, so the information text is, hey, John, this is Zach. I'll call you back in a second. See, you're tricking the algorithm with this automation. Oh, I think we're in the, okay, we'll go back to the poll later. But pretty much again, hey, John, this is Zach. I'll call you back in a second. See, you're tricking the algorithm into thinking, oh my gosh, John, he actually called this guy, I think. He's saying, go call me back. Interesting. And so it's going to say maybe Zach. And then that just gives you a better chance of getting it actually done, which is pretty cool. So, all right. So there we go on that end. And then Base is going to send a manual call to be go out here and for you to call, right? On here, we have our power dialer. So this one's a very simple, easy automation, but pretty much if you tag a property, power dialer, it automatically is going to be set to do in the call queue, which is actually pretty easy and simple and cool from there. You got a triple tap system. How this automation works is pretty much if you tag a property ROS blaster, it's going to calculate the ARV on the property and it multiplies it by a certain percentage. It sends an offer email out right here, which is pretty gangster. Now, here's the thing. You see this offer email right here? Do you see how it has a phone number? How do you change the phone number? You're going to copy this, right, and make it your own, or you're going to have to change the email header. How do you go right here and track it? I'll show you really quick. Gangsta. You can press remove and use an existing template. So let's see, instant offer email template and use it right here. Now to change this template, what we're going to do inside the automation is you're going to click this. Can't show this part yet, but we're going to go to conversations tab. Then we're going to go to manual act. Then we're going to snippets. So I'll show you right here. So you're going to go right here. You're going to press conversations and then you're going to go to snippets and it's going to be under offer email. Instant offer emails right here. Drag this over right here. Remember, you have the little dot right here to drag this over. Our live chat support widget. And we got instant offer email right here. We're going to edit snippet. And what we're going to do here is just change your phone number right here. So whatever phone number you want and your name and your company's name right here. And you can change the snippet for the automation right here. Done easy and simple. Cool. All right. Oops, hold on. There you go. Cool. And then you got your dispo ones. So this is, you can send out deals to buyers if you want. You can do e-signs to your cash buyers. We can go, I mean, you guys, you go through the whole thing. There's email, there's JVs, they're on market ones, right? Pretty cool. We got auto e-signatures. We got deal underwriter bots. So I don't really talk about the deal underwriter bots too much, but let me talk about it. Why not? So how this one basically works is this is a very advanced one. So like this is like, there's a lot going on here. But pretty much what it is if you have our JV forms, which I actually have to go back and show you how the JV forms work. But pretty much if you go to sites and then you go to forms, there is a JV intake form right here. I believe this is the right one. Yep. This is the JV intake form, which everyone is allowed to use. Just don't use my face on there. But pretty much anyone can go create their own JV form inside of XLeads, which is really cool. So pretty much how this works is you would change, obviously, my face. Don't use my face. But basically, you would press, the little thing here. You'd put your own image right here. And you'd just JV with me. And then basically, they put in their information, and it goes into your JV deal board. It's already set up. What's the XLeads value, repairs, blah, 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 all the information. And what it automatically does, this automation, which is really cool. And by the way, if you click on the JV intake form and you go to settings, and actually, no, it'd be under integrate, share. And then the whole the whole link to the JV forms right here. Boom, you put the info right there. It's easy. So what we're going to do is if you go to the deal board and you go to the JV deal board, which let me pop this in really quick. Pop this in. Okay, cool. Then you go to the JV deal board. What's automatically going to happen is when you submit a lead inside of basically, this test, and this is for everyone on the automation. This is a really cool one. It's going to automatically underwrite the deal for you, which pretty much has never been done. I mean, I guess it can be done, but usually doesn't get done too much. So either it's going to approve the JV lead or it's going to fail the JV lead. And then you can send a JV agreement for an e-signature, do a walkthrough, do that whole thing. So how does this work? Let's go out here in the sites and actually just submit a deal and show you how it works. So let's go to JV intake. Let's go integrate. Let's share it. Let's copy it. And let's go out here and submit a lead. So we're just going to do John Smith. Now I'm going to not show you the other information just so I don't get in trouble. 111-222-3333. I'm going to put a random email, which is not my actual email. I just can't share the stuff though. All right, cool. Hold on. Cool, put the information. I'm going to put on this lead right here that the Zillow value is $230,000. The repairs are $20,000. It needs to, this contract expires May 15th. And let's say I locked up this deal for $140,000. Which in all happenstance should be a decent deal. We're going to agree to all these information, and then we're going to press submit. Let me show you what happens. So I press submit. Can't show that. Doesn't like the phone number. There we go. It says, thank you. We will be reaching out to you in the next 20 minutes from our underwriting team. Cool. So then from there, let's go back into our XLeads and see what the underwriting bot did. Okay. Let's go to the deal board. JVs. All right, sick. So pretty much what it did is the underwriting bot figured out that this property right here was a actual good deal. So it said, this is the alpha. It says there should be about $3,300 that can be made on that deal. So, oh, can't show that. Pretty much what it did is it figured out the property. If you click on it, which again, I can click on the lead. I can't click on the lead and show you. But pretty much what it did is it figured out the lead was actually a pretty quality deal. And it looked at the math. It made an MAO for me. And it said here that the property was worth, create MAO, create all the calculations for me. And it said it was good. So pretty cool. It looked at the information and it created all the cool stuff for me. So how does that automation work? I'll throw you into it right here so you can see it. But pretty much how this works is on the JV side, you press it right here, and then you go to Deal Underwriter. It does a bunch of calculations. It's based off all the math operations. So it figures out what the ARV minus repairs is. It figures out what the old MAO is. It creates its own MAO inside. And it's pretty cool how it's done. But pretty much it calculates either this is a good deal or a bad deal. uses something that I call an alpha sequence score. So what is an alpha? So the definition of alpha in finance, which is the way I use it, alpha is a technically investment performance relative to a benchmark index. So the way I like to describe it is, what is this deal? What is the, basically if I benchmark this on a $15,000 deal, is this above 15 or below 15,000 for a deal that I can make? And if it's above 15,000 for a deal, then it's a good deal. If you can't make 15,000 on it, it's usually not a deal. Now for you guys, obviously you guys can tweak this if you want, but I don't think it's really that big of a deal for you. But basically this is created kind of like for me, but I let everyone kind of use it too. And it will calculate the deals for you. It does a lot of cool math operations. I don't want to get in the whole thing on it because I don't allow people to copy it, but it's pretty advanced, but it's kind of done for you. So it's pretty cool. All right. So that's the JV one. We have some on-market ones too. I don't really want to get in the whole, I'll do a whole on-market section another day for it, but you can really get into a lot on there on the, how the on-market stuff and how it all works. It's pretty cool. But if you want to get on-market wholesaling, PPL, using a PPL provider, then we got all of our SMS stuff. I'm probably going to do a separate stream depending on how the poll goes, but probably do an SMS bot one, so I don't want to get too much in the estimate. The problem is, you know, I don't have 7 hours to go break down, you know, XLeads content. I make a lot of videos on it, and so I'll probably get into a little more about it. Working on a SMS AI video is really cool too. But yeah, you got this here if you want to do kind of landlords. So if you want to do basically an eviction list or a tied landlord list, this will work good here too. But pretty much the main bulk texting automation sequence that you should probably know about is our SMS text bulk blaster. So pretty much how this works, if you tag a property SMS blaster, it is going to start texting leads out right here. So how it works is it will start sending out maybe 100 text messages per day. Now, if you want to change this to 300 per day, you can literally do it right here. Just change it to 300 per day and boom, pretty cool. You can then go out here and check if the workflow, this is really cool. If the workflow is triggered now, this is exactly how it's going to work, which I think that's pretty cool. Then from there, it says from 9 to 8 p.m., it's going to start sending these text messages out. It's going to drip 10 out per hour. Shows you kind of how and when these would be sequenced out. And then from there, hold on, let me throw this over here. The time of day. So from 9 to 1, it's going to, no, wait, did it cover it up? Yeah, it's fine. Okay. From 9 to 1, it's going to send this SMS script. Then from basically 1 to 5, it's going to send this script, and then the script on 5 to 9. Now, what's cool is you can change the scripts however you want. Again, this isn't a whole SMS text blasting video, but I would highly, highly recommend that you don't just use the simple templates we give. I would actually copy this and have AI write it for you, which I highly recommend. You can literally just copy this, and let's go out here and press write with AI. And what's cool is you have a lot of cool AI this is included in free. It won't charge you any more money to use, but you can select your tone and just keep it casual. Just say, make a better text variation than this. And you just generate SMS. And boom. I just changed that because it's very obvious something's written with AI when they use this dash thing. I don't know how many humans actually write with dashes. I think that's pretty dumb. But if you just do the little comma, boom, and looks pretty good to me. I eagerly await your insights is a little too AI, so we're going to get rid of that. But I don't think it's bad at all. Pretty happy about it. So yeah, we're going to use that. Cha-ching, done from there. So what also cool about the texting side of here too is you could send a text to yourself to see how it looks like. You can look at your statistics and see how many of these failed, texted, worked, delivered. So you can actually test out your scripts if you have multiple ones and see how they work, which is really cool inside of here too. So overall, pretty cool in there. There's also an advanced builder. Now, this is kind of more like, I don't know if anyone in here uses like N8N, N8N, but basically this is kind of how it works too. It's a little more advanced, but you can kind of have a little more control over how it works. I actually think this is done a lot better, but I don't want to get into this whole thing of it. I think the flow is actually, I'm a left to right guy, not a top down guy, but overall, I think, I mean, I'm okay with really either one of them, but yeah, you can kind of make these a little more advanced. Let's just go back to standard builder. It's a little more rigid, but it's kind of the same thing if you want to think about it. So yeah, that's how you use it. Now, what's really cool is if you don't like an automation, but you don't want to delete it, but you just don't want to use it, you can literally go out here and just press draft and it won't trigger. So even if you put SMS or you tag SMS Blaster, it won't send the text out. But if you do want to publish it, it will be live if you press save and it will be used. Now, if you just mess up really bad, you can always reset your old changes right here, which is really cool. And you can always change the names of them. And you can look at your execution logs and see exactly when they were used, which is really cool here. And so when you started texting people and all that stuff. So it's all in there. It's really cool. So that is our SMS workflows. We got some other ones in here too. LAN texting. And the other workflow we got to talk about is the do not disturb one. So pretty much the last one that you guys should know about is when you import a list from the leads tab into the contacts tab, because of compliance reasons, we make sure that basically the lead is set on do not disturb. So for example here, if I go pull a list inside of XLeads, and let's turn this to dark mode. Let's go here to dark mode. There we go. And we want to pull a list, just a random list. This list is way too big. But let's go. So we pull a list of like these two properties right here in Jacksonville, right here. You got all the details you want right here, which is pretty cool. Let's see. But you see these properties right here. If you want to export it right into the contacts tab, you can literally do it right here. Just connect your CRM right here. And if you want to go tag it SMS Blaster and just import into contacts and text it, it won't work. When you import from the leads tab to the contacts tab, it's automatically going to set these leads to be do not disturb. Now, there's something you can do to make sure that if you import leads from the leads into contacts to actually undo the do not disturb, it's up to you. We're going to at default legally make sure, and again, lawyers make us do this. If you import a property from the leads tab into the contacts tab, you are going to, it's automatically be do not disturb. You can't call or text these people. If you're somebody that says, hey, these are opted in leads, so I'm only going to import opted in leads, and then from that tab leads into contacts, they're going to be opted in and they're all good. And if you want to do it compliantly and these are not on the DNC list, again, I'm just lawyer talk, make sure this is all legal schmiegel. And this is something that you want to personally opt in these leads yourself and you're telling us they're opted in, then you can use this automation to basically bypass that. And pretty much how that works is you can do something like this where you go to automations. We're going to create an automation. So we're going to create workflow, start from scratch. And what we're going to do is create a do not disturb automation from the send in. So how it's going to work is we're going to add a trigger. And we are going to press contact created. That's it. Just save the trigger, contact created. And then we're going to just search DND. And then we're going to put outbound. And then we're going to put disabled DND for all channels. And then we'll press publish. And then import DND. And save. And pretty much what this does, and this is up to you to create, pretty much then that means any lead that you import from the leads tab into here will disable D&D for every import. And pretty much that means is you can start texting leads that you import from the leads tab. But make sure these are, legally compliant, blah, 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 legal schmeagle, all that stuff. Now, that's how you create an automation. Pretty simple. Now, let's go out here and actually create an automation ourselves. So let's use it with AI, which is really cool. So create a workflow. And let's go out here and create a really cool wholesaling real estate automation. Now, let's try to think of a really sick automation we can do. Maybe we want to do actually, let's do this. Let's do a acquisitions automation system with AI. Something very advanced, but I'm lazy and I don't want to do it myself. So let's do this. Create, and this is free, by the way. Everyone can do this for free. But create an automation where I tried to close this seller in wholesaling real estate, and they said no on their price, and I'm following up with them 7 days after, then 14 days after, then 14 days after again, then every month on an email and text and a task for me to call and follow up on my offer for the next 12 months. So pretty much you try to close the seller, they said no, and we want to create an automation where it automatically follows up this person for the next 12 months. Now you can use AI to do this. That's going to be probably for next week. This is just for like you actually doing this. So let's go out here and create the automation. Now, again, it's making this follow up on a failed basically offer. So I'm going to change actually I'll have the AI do it. So they have a question. Would you like us to trigger for starting this with a seller declines your offer? So you can tag the property offer declined, a note to get the contract about the response and opportunity changed. We're going to do a tag offer declined. So we got to tag the lead offer declined, and then it'll do it for us in here. So let's go out here and have the AI generate the workflow for us, which is pretty cool. And let's see how it works. All right, let's see here. All right, we'll generate it. All right, sick. So it created, wow, look at all these tasks it created. Pretty cool. So the property is tagged offer declined. Cool. So let's just create the tag offer declined. We got to add that tag, save trigger. And if the tag is offer declined, it's going to wait 7 days. It's going to send this email. Dear John, I hope this Mr. John is doing well. I want to reach out following your recent decision regarding the offer on the property. But I've declined other. I remain interested in working with you and love the opportunity to discuss concerns you may have. Should circumstances change? Oh, this is beautiful. Cha-ching, perfect. All right, I love that. All right, that's going to send a text. It's going to any updates regarding our offer. We're here to help whenever you're ready. Cool. Then it's going to wait 7 days. So we just got to add the tag offer declined on here. So we just got to make sure we add that tag on there. Cool. Create task 1. Please call Zach to follow up on a property after 7 days. Wait, please call. Oh, it's for us to reach out to them. Okay, that's cool. Cool. And then it can be assigned to Zach. Cool. Due date. Sick. It's just due dated at 11 a.m. That's fine. Unit, days. Let's do 3 days after. Skip weekends. Oh, let's move this over here. Save it. Awesome. Okay, cool. So wait 14 days again. Then it's going to send an email follow-up right here. Okay, cool. 14 days. Awesome. SMS follow-up. Task created. Assigned to contact assigned user. Call it 4 days from 9 a.m. Awesome. Skip weekends. Cool. All right. Awesome. Another 14 days. Save action. Follow up. Awesome. And it puts in an drip. So pretty cool. So you save it. And just like that, the AI creates its own follow-up system. Pretty cool, right? I mean, guys, I don't really know any other CRM that uses this. Now, this is all obviously all built on high level, which is really cool. But obviously, we're giving it to you guys for literally 97 bucks, which is absolutely insane. So this is a cool little tool here. Now, you can also make your own automations. Like, I could probably throw some crazy ones in here. Like, I can build an AI, just say, let's create a workflow. Let's try it out. Like, you can build one out, say, create a massive SMS text blasting automation where the messages have over 20 different ones. I want to auto rotate. I don't think it's going to do it, but I'm going to try it out. Auto rotate numbers. Now, I have a hack on how to auto rotate numbers. I doubt it's going to let you do it on here, but auto rotate numbers. So each message wholesaling real estate. Seeing if someone wants to sell their property. Yeah, you can add as much as you want here. It's pretty cool. I doubt it's going to create something like that. So high level doesn't let you auto rotate numbers. I do have a hack I'm working on the next version of XLeads for, but I doubt the automation is going to work it. Let's see if it does it. When I import or upload a contact list, when I tag a property. All right, see how it does it. There we go. Is there a hidden door behind you? It's hidden for a reason. I don't know. I guess it's my panic room. I don't know. I don't think this will work. Oh. Oh, wow. It created a custom code? Bro. Are you serious right now? Oh my gosh. It created a custom code. Wait, what? Bro. What? Are you serious right now? It doesn't have the right numbers, but what? Sent SMS with rotated messages. Oh, have ChatGPT make the message every single time. What? Oh my gosh. That's sick. Oh man. The problem is it's going to cost a little more money for the average person, So it's not feasible for, I mean, for me, it's good, but yeah, I'm glad we have something set up ourselves where we have a custom code in the back end for it that won't cost the user or you guys any more money. But it's pretty sick. It already did it for me. So these automations are sick. I love that. That's so cool. Wow. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you guys can literally create anything you want. Like, I mean, I can go to ChatGPT really quick and say, what's the coolest prompt for XLeads AI workflow builder for wholesaling real estate? Let's go out here and try to do AI to build something like this. Let's see. Let's see here. See what it can do. Smart follow-up logic's pretty cool. Yeah, it's trying to ChatGPT's trying to like make me get like a crazy one. I don't know about that one. But yeah, you can make it do pretty much anything you want, which is really cool. So any issue you guys have or anything you want to create, build with AI and it will build the workflow and you can test it out and see how you like it. I think that's pretty cool. All righty. Pretty sick. All right. So that is our automation domination breakdown. So what I want to do is answer some questions and see what I can do to help you guys out. If you have questions, let me know. Let's break this down. So while I have this popped up too, we still have the poll. If you guys want to see what should I break down next week, let me know what topic. So I have these 4 topics. We have AI agents or follow-up or basically how AI follow-up, AI inbound, AI outbound, and AI SMS. If you want like the whole AI agents episode, we can do a whole entire live stream on that right there. If you want me only to talk about SMS text blasting, we can do that in number 2. If you want to talk about MLS wholesaling, how to do it with XLeads, 3, or the AI SkyDrive salability. So what you want to do is you want to comment 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat. Type 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat, and the poll will pop up right there, and we'll see what topic I'll talk about. So let's break it down. Be pretty cool. So all right. And by the way, if you comment in 2, it's not going to do it again. It's not going to change the score. But all right, let's answer some questions while we're doing this. Let's see what the poll is. So 6 feet above ground is always a great day. The purple AI builder is nuts, dude. It's insane. You can really do some out of this world stuff, and that's what AI is supposed to be for. SMS with agents. SMS, the seller responded more to SMS automated. Yeah, we can do that too. Everything you know about contacts and tags. Sometimes contacts use multiple workflows just for one tag. Yes, it is an identifier. Yes. How to troubleshoot contacts and tags with a workflow. So the best thing, honestly, what I found the best troubleshooting for a workflow is obviously testing it out and deleting it and making it again. Really screenshotting the image of the workflow and putting it into ChatGPT, it's really good. Let's see. Is this automation for the seller when they receive SMS and say no? No, pretty much what it does is they say no to your offer and you tag that lead as offer declined, then that's how that automation would work. You can customize it however you want, though. Gonna have to watch this a second time. Oh, yeah. Sick. It's like Christmas, I know. Patrick says it's for the $97 plan. Yes, this is for the $97 plan. All righty. Cool. Let's see. All righty. Let's see here. Sick. Let's do this. All righty. Let's break this down. And by the way, if you're watching this, we might be getting rid of our 1,000 free skip traces soon. So definitely keep a eye out on this. So let's see what their automation. So it looks like we're going to do a AI breakdown starting tomorrow. So that's going to be pretty exciting. So the AI breakdown is going to be pretty cool here. Let's see. Sick. Okay. All right. Okay, where is it? All right, cool. So basically, what you're gonna do here, do you JV on commercial bundles? I mean, dude, if it's a good deal, I'll do it. So that's how I'll answer everything. If I can make money, I'll JV. I don't really care. I don't discriminate against any wholesale deal. If I can make money on it, I will 100% do it. So it looks like we already know what we're going to break down next week, which is going to be pretty exciting. So, righty, there we go. Stop the poll. We have the answer. We're going to do an AI automation. We're going to do a whole AI follow-up texting, inbound, outbound. Pretty cool. Soon tagging SMS to the leads does the AI send the message right away. It can be delayed. So the AI can delay it. I'll show it next week. I'll show it next Saturday about how to use AI for everything. It'd be pretty cool. All righty. Let's see what other questions we got here. But overall, the AI agents it's pretty exciting what we can do here. So I'm very pumped up about it. I'm so excited. I think it's gonna be very interesting how this whole thing's gonna happen. So yeah, I'm ready. All righty. So let's see here. All righty. Let's see. Is this the 90? Okay. Let's see. Awesome stuff. Appreciate it, Andrew. Thanks, man. If you guys have questions, let me know too. I'm more than happy to help you out. Let's see. All right. Let me pop this up here. And then also with the automations too, you can also create an automation on the task. So it does create a task here for let you know that you got to follow up with this person with a due date. And then you press that, it gets done, or you can click on the task and it pops up the information what to do there. Now I can't really, let me make sure I don't want to get in trouble here when I click it. Yeah, it'll throw in the contacts. Can't do that. The tasks will be right here. Done. And you can talk to people right here. The manual actions right here. What you got to read is right here in the lead source report. So boom, it's all right here, ready to go for you to have success on here. So let's see right here too. So anything else I'm missing? Not really. On the sites part too, you can create automation with your websites too if you want to get funky with it. And really just what I recommend, you go to the automations, guys. There's a little tab called Global Automation Settings too. So you can also create basically your own workflows and you can schedule when to pause them or unpause them. Like you can do so much. You can do autosave on here. If there's a workflow error, you can get an email notification. I mean, the whole thing's in there. That's the whole point. How do you DM me? So again, I'm a little busy guy. I run a lot of companies. I do a lot of stuff. I carve out time specifically for YouTube and for videos to help you guys out. So for example, I pretty much have a stream every day, me and my dad. And Saturdays, I carve out only for XLeads users on the XLeads YouTube channel. So if you have questions, hop them on here. This is probably the easiest way to get a hold of me on the Saturday streams. So guys, if you got any value, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and go to xleads.com. If you're not an XLeads user, go right there. We have 1,000 free skip traces and a 14-day free trial that will be going away potentially soon. I'm not going to say when. But guys, if you got any value, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. So Zach signing out.